Aloha class. I'm sitting here. It's a beautiful Monday morning in Hawaii. I'm sitting at the Outrigger Reef. And I promised you guys a little bit of info from Wake Island and my experiences. So here it goes. Try not to take too long on this one. So we went into Wake from Hawaii. So we flew from Hawaii to Wake. And so when I get to Wake, and I've been to Wake before, but my eyes are a little bit more open now with this digital humanities class and what's going on with people conversing and everything. Because Wake there's no internet, there's nothing. It's a black hole, um, as we would know it. Um, so we get there, and some of the things I noticed. We had a barbecue the night. We brought everything in just for our crew, and there was Marine crews there and everybody else. One of the things I noticed is that, especially with the millennials, they didn't really know how to converse with the locals. Locals are very talkative, want to know where you're from, all this other stuff, and they were very short with them. Um, why, I'm not sure. I mean, is that because everybody's used to talking on their phone, and there's no internet? So I don't know. But the other thing I noticed was everybody's sitting around in their own little itty bitty, and I mean itty bitty groups, like four or five into a group, and nobody's really talking to each other except for the people in that group. So the other groups weren't talking to each other back and forth, almost like their own little bubble. And it's weird how going through this class, it kind of makes me realize things. So it kind of looks like there's an issue, especially with the millennials and being able to converse with people they don't know or they don't really have a lot in common with, maybe. Because there's nothing else to do there other than maybe throw a football around and talk to people. So we go from that to the next trip, which we flew from there to Japan. Now, our crew goes out on the town, goes to an izakaya restaurant, and I'm looking around, and we're all sitting at this restaurant and stuff, and we're talking back and forth, of course, but I'm looking and all these tables in Japan, totally different situation than Wake. There's so much Wi-Fi in Japan, it's pathetic. Um, there's small groups sitting at tables, and hardly anybody is conversing. They're all on their phones, doing their thing. Um, it's just kind of an interesting observation. I don't know what to make of it. Are we losing our ability to converse because of technology? Is it just if there's no technology, can we not converse? I saw it on Wake. People just weren't that talkative. I would walk out of my hotel room. There'd be a couple Marines sitting there watching TV or whatever. I'd say, "Hey, how you guys doing?" Blah 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 blah, and they're just kind of wave and do their thing and didn't say much. Almost like they're in shock. My assistant crew chief who went out with me. I threw a couple questions at her after the fact. I said, how did it feel for you not to have internet, no connection to the outside? She just said it sucked. Uh, it's boring. There was nothing to do in Wake. I couldn't talk to anybody on my phone. So she was really kind of down and out about the whole thing. So I asked her the next question. I said, "Well, there's lots to do. Do you walk around the island?" She goes, "Yeah, I walked around the island." I said, "Okay." And we had the barbecue and had fun there. Said, "Yeah, that was fun and everything." I said, "So was there really nothing to do?" And she did admit, she goes, "Oh, there was stuff to do for the couple days that we were there, but I couldn't get on my phone." You know, so what I make of this whole thing, I'm still not sure. The jury's still out on it. Um, it's just I am noticing about myself. I'm noticing things more often with this class and the things that are going on in my head. How much do we live in this bubble uh, where we can pick up our phone and talk to each other? It's funny in Wake. So if we wanted to do something, we had to pre-plan in Wake. So we're gonna meet here and start the barbecue or whatever at this time. If we didn't do that, we had to walk around knocking each other's doors. There wasn't the convenience of texting. Hey, we're meeting here at this time. Now I'm back in Hawaii and I'm getting texts all across about going on a booze cruise later on tonight. I don't know, but we're figuring that out. So all in all, I think there's some major disadvantages to us always being online and connected that way, and there's some big advantages too. Um, I'll show you guys some pictures. Let me throw this up there. So let's see here. I think this is about as big as it gets. Yeah, this is fine. We'll go here. This is on approach to Wake Island. Just a pretty picture we took. Like I said, it's out in the middle of nowhere. Pacific, nothing around it. Figure this thing out. This is over on this side where I was taking the pictures, the main island. There's another little island over there. It's beautiful blue water. The island, I didn't capture it in many photos, but the island's pretty trashed. It's like nobody there is cleaning up or anything like that. There's garbage everywhere. It's pretty sad, actually. All right, let's go. Show you guys. Come on. This would be kind of Main Street. A lot of golf carts. Kind of main form of transportation there. And Anchor out in the middle of nowhere. They said this is, it's not the cleanest island in the world. The wonderful laundry facilities, which is actually pretty amazing because all the laundry machines are brand new. It was kind of nice, and of course no charge. Oh, that's another thing about the island. It's kind of funny. So usually you go places and you get billed for food and your lodging and everything else. Lodging takes care of everything. The chow hall, which I did not get a picture of, but the chow hall is, I wouldn't say free, but you don't pay in the chow hall. You just go in, sign your name, go get your food. It's the only place to eat on the island. And then when you check out, it is $192 a night to stay there, which is pretty funny, actually. And that covers your meals and your lodging. So just a little tidbit about that. This is one of the guns they pulled out from World War II. This is over in the one little wreck area they have. This is interesting about Wake. Wake Island recovers from a rogue wave hit. There was a rogue wave that pretty much took the island out back in 2009. Pretty scary. Old World War II bunker sitting there. It was pretty scary in itself. This is actually a funny little place right here. It's just sitting there, a little shack. Not much there, some wood, some roofing material, blah, 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 blah. But I actually sat there on my computer. And, of course, not connected to the internet, but read up on the articles and stuff for this week's homework. It was kind of peaceful. Weather is very hot. Strange things you find in the middle of the island. At first I came upon this and I'm like, why did somebody hang a hand grenade off an old piece of wood? But it wasn't. It's just a little buoy. Fishing equipment. Not sure why it was there. Main flag on the island. And this is like, what I'm saying, this is like downtown. Not that there is any real downtown. Lodging, it was wonderful. Very old, beat up dorms, beat up beds. It's whatever is on the island had to be shipped in, so there's just not a lot of improvements going on. And last but not least, this is it. There's 3 computers in the building office and a little break area there. Uh, I tried to get onto Facebook to send some messages out and stuff, and it just would not come up. There's just no way. I could barely get. I didn't. I don't even think I got email to work. Nothing. Uh, and this is it. This is your connection to the outside world on Wake, and it doesn't work. So truly, black hole. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Can't wait to talk to the class when I get back some more about my experiences and stuff, and have some face-to-face conversations with you guys. I'll post this, and I will see you guys next week. All right, aloha.